Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, you're invited to a slumber party. It's full of hot babes, good times, good music, some nice food, and a psychopathic killer drilling everyone in sight. Tonight's movie, Slumber Party Massacre 3.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Worst apocalypse ever! Episode number 26. Episode number 26. We are getting there. We are getting close, everybody. And coming off of last night's Slumber Party Massacre 2, I thought, no, this series has got to redeem itself. This can't be going on. It can't stand. So I thought, you know what? It's time to watch Slumber Party Massacre 3 with a hope and a vengeful spirit, so that it may erase the horrors of the memories of Slumber Party Massacre 2. So let's get into it, Ellie. Is Slumber Party Massacre 3 better than 2? I mean, it'd be pretty damn awful if it wasn't, but is it enough to redeem the Slumber Party Massacre name? Well, let's get into it, sure. So, Slumber Party Massacre 3 is got nothing to do with the first two Slumber Party Massacres, except that the killer has a power drill. And returning to the first one, that power drill is wireless and has infinite battery charge. But oh, wait, this killer not only uses the power drill, but also uses the environment and other things to kill people, including a dildo vibrator. Anyways, so what is going on in this movie? Well, of course, we have a group of girls who are going to have a party at the house of one of the girls. Their parents are going to sell it, and of course they're away for the weekend. So, when the parents are away, the children would play. And so, of course, she invites a bunch of girls and some guys who are interested in them, want to crash. And you also have the creepy neighbor, and you also have this weird stalkery guy who just stares at people. And yeah, so basically a whole mess of people gather around this house, and murder happens, and people scream and try to not die, and try to also get the police to get off their ass and come down and not think that it's a prank, because that's a thing, right? So it never happened this day and age. Oh my god. I keep saying that because it's true. Things happen in this day and age. Anyways, so I mean, that's basically what's going on. With maybe a little extra here and there. You'll have to watch to find out. So let's get to those scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. It is definitely more violent than Slumber Party Massacre 2. It's got a few good gory bits here and there. However, there's a lot of off-frame killing. There's not. I mean, you have some people getting drilled and some people where it just looks like they're getting drilled, but you don't know if they're, So yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. Literally, with the violence and gore, but still, it still ends up being pretty bloody toward the end. So I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Moving on to shock value, really, not much shocking going on in this movie. A little bit here and there, so I'm giving it just a 1 out of 5. I mean, it is what it is, right? So, 1 out of 5. Moving on to plot, I am going to give this a 2 out of 5, just because, I love the dispatching going on. This movie definitely is better paced. You have people getting killed from basically near the beginning to all the way to the end, and so you don't have like a large portion of the movie where you have musical numbers going on. No, you get murders going on at a relatively good clip. However, the whole like motivation of the killer just seems weird and out of place, and like the main killer, it just I just don't get it. So I think the plot is pretty weak. I mean, obviously, once again, it's the whole people having a slumber party. People show up. Murderer also shows up. Everyone just does not run out of the house immediately, and it's Anyways, whatever. And plus, the police. The police, they would send somebody after like the second or third call just because they're annoyed that you're wasting their time. I just say so. 2 out of 5. Anyways, Nudity, I am going to give this one. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, moving on. Plot 2 out of 5. Acting is a 3 out of 5. Definitely a better job overall from Slumber Party Massacre 2. There's some great Scream Queen moments going on there, but yes, there's also some cheesy, hammy moments, and like the stalker guy. Just I don't know. I don't know. Plus the weird doctor telescope peeping tom neighbor. He's really weird performance in this one. I know he's supposed to be awkward and creepy, but it seems kind of forced anyways, but still pretty solid. So I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Moving on to Nudity, I am going to give this one a 2.5 out of 5. Only a couple of girls show their stuff, but it is out there for a little bit more time than, let's say, the last movie, which was pretty brief. Maybe not as brief as Final Exam, but still... this movie definitely shows some lovelies in a couple different scenes too, and they're not just there for seconds, they're there for a pretty good clip of time. So 2.5 out of 5. Thank you very much. Anyways, moving on to enjoyment factor, I am going to give this a 3 out of 5 because I really enjoyed this movie. It was what you would call a return to form for the Slumber Party Massacre series. I mean, you basically get the same kind of feel from the original because you just have people getting killed right from the get-go. Of course, you don't have the backdrop of the insane murderer on the loose. No, you get this weird story about vengeance for something and maybe a little child sexual abuse overtones, which kind of the movie a bit, but still outside of that, it's got some decent gore, it's got some nice tits, it's got some creative kills like a for sale sign, and overall very fun and entertaining. So 3 out of 5. However, my overall impression is that as a slasher goes, it is average. It's 2.5 out of 5. It doesn't do anything special. It tries to be somewhat unique with the killer and the motivations, but in the end, I would have liked them to be more, I don't know, like sinisterly razor sharp with the killer. I don't know. It feels average to me when I watch it. It feels like, it's hitting the beats, but it's not doing anything special. It's not trying to become more, or where it's trying to become more, it fails. So anyways, still 2.5 out of 5. It does the job. It's a solid worker, and definitely a step up from last night's Slumber Party Massacre 2. So anyways, that averages out to a 2.5 out of 5, a whole 1 point higher in the average score, which is definitely monumental. So yes, Slumber Party Massacre 3, definitely a better movie, and redeems the name of Slumber Party Massacre. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, there you have it, everyone. Slumber Party Massacre 3. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree, disagree? Have you not seen it? I don't know, whatever. That, rate, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, notifications, all that good stuff. And, I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember, everyone, don't play pranks on girls, especially if they're dancing topless, because they're going to be really, really, really upset with you. And then you're going to end up being in a dangerous situation afterwards, and they're going to be like, fuck you. And it's like, well, no, let me explain. I'm going to get murked. And they're going to be like, oh, whatever, you lies, another trick. And then you get murked, and you're sitting there, and you're murked, and you're bleeding out, and you realize that you were a fucking idiot because you were not supposed to be playing stupid pranks. You're a grown man. Live up, grow up. You could have been getting some action. Instead, you're dead. Just saying.